It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
You cannot know the contemporary moment if you don't know the history that produced it.
There have been two mass deportation waves specifically targeting Mexicans. First, during the Great Depression, when 1.8 million people were deported to Mexico in what were called repatriation drives, meaning returning someone to their own country. But according to a 2004 investigation, around 60% of them were U.S. citizens of Mexican descent. Repatriation also sounds like it was voluntary. But as Dr. Ramona Perez from the anthropology department at SDSU explains, that was not the case.
And they call it voluntary deportation. That is a rhetoric. It is a narrative that we were living during that time period which scared us and made us feel like we had to voluntarily go back, right? If we didn't, we were going to be harmed. We were going to be stripped of our culture. We were going to be stripped of our resources. We were not going to have the opportunity to thrive.
Then in the 1950s, as many as 1.1 million people were deported under an Eisenhower-era campaign targeting undocumented workers. But it also impacted braceros, those who were in the U.S. legally through the Mexican Farm Labor Program. Now, decades later,
we are going to start the largest mass deportation in the history of our country.
I would say I'm very worried about mass deportations.
One day after the election, I asked UC San Diego Professor Rafael Fernandez de Castro what the future could look like.
If he will start deporting people at the speed he's saying he will do, it will really damage the U.S. economy. And I believe we will have a lot of broken families in the U.S. and it will create a lot of problems for the U.S. social fabrics.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday. It is July 9th. It's already July's 9 days in, and we have a ways to go. I'm trying to get back to normal, doing some more videos. Just trying to get back to the regular me, doing videos daily. I'm trying, y'all. I get up every morning, I study what I'm going to talk about, I look at the videos. And just, you got to get in the right frame of mind to do these videos. Now, so we all are very aware Donald Trump is pushing millions, or attempting to push millions of immigrants out of this country for whatever reasons. Immigrants that are here working jobs, in construction, in hospitals, restaurants, manufacturing, meat processing plants, just any type of job you can imagine. We have a lot of people from different countries from around the world working here in the United States, and Donald Trump has made a decision that he don't want them here no more. And he's going to, in many cases, illegally possibly, force them out of this country. This is not the first time this has happened in the United States. If you look at the history of this country, in the past, the United States of America they've targeted Hispanics, Japanese, Chinese. We also know immediately following slavery, there were Africans, Black Americans, African Americans, slaves in this country put on boats and shipped back to Africa. We don't know where they ended up at. I don't think nobody cared. The white folks most certainly didn't care. So this country is oxymoron. You know, they kind of promote the country as being the land of the free and all this different stuff and a bunch of lies, y'all. It's just hate-filled lies. And that's the sad part about what's happening now. I hear black people saying, oh, we don't have to worry about this, not us. Well, there are black people being deported. There was a black man who was born in Germany. His father was an American black American who had his father's black American, but he was born on a military base in Germany. For some reason, I don't know what took place when he was born and why they didn't get American citizenship for him, but he was rounded up and deported to Jamaica. Now, the father was originally from Jamaica, but he was an American citizen when the son was born. I'm not exactly sure all the details about the father, but I do know the father was in the military, was an American citizen. His son was born. This is many years ago. They just deported that man who's never been in Jamaica in his entire life to Jamaica, a black guy. And he's in Jamaica. You know, I was trying to find that story to add it to this video. I might go look for it again and upload it and put it on front of this video. So many of y'all, I've seen there was a white guy who was a Trump supporter who died after ICE picked him up to ship him back to Canada. And he died in their custody. So, I said, I've done so many videos on Trump and the hate and the chaos that he was going to create and cause. I told y'all what that man was about. Just hate, chaos, and confusion. And that's what we're seeing right here in the United States now. As Trump sends out his mask, ICE team mask all over their face. First they didn't want to wear masks. Now they wouldn't wear them now. Make it make sense. I thought the Republicans were so against people wearing masks, and but now all of a sudden they proudly want to wear masks as they round up people and in many cases illegally bust into people's houses and round these people up. Is this what y'all everybody cool with this? No, seriously. Do you all think this makes sense? At any given moment, your home could be busted into, and they may think that you're illegally harboring some illegal immigrants in your home. And everybody's fine with this, right? As they search door to door looking for the Jews. That's what they did in Germany. Now we're doing that in the United States. Going from home to home, from workplace to workplace. We just bust in. We don't need a search warrant. We're here to find the illegal immigrants so we can detain them or arrest them. And this is great for America. This is going to make our country dumber, broker, break the economy. But this is what y'all voted for. Trump! He gonna make America great again. You motherfuckers voted for this. Every Trump supporter I've ever met is probably the most dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. When I hear people say they support Donald Trump, I'm just like, okay, this is not making sense. This is the dumbest shit ever. Why are you all supporting Trump? I mean, I met so many black people supporting Trump who came right here and said in my kitchen, in my house, and said they supported Trump. And I'm just like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. It's not. This is retarded. But that's what y'all wanted. And boy, did we get it. Illegally breaking into people's homes. I've seen so many different videos. I saw so many videos in the past hour sitting here and just decided which videos I want to go with. I got so much other stuff I need to be doing. I must admit, I've been slacking over here since Earl's death. I got so much paperwork piled up. I just keep putting everything to the side. I got to pay even stuff pertaining to Earl's death. I gotta get this stuff resolved. I gotta get some of this stuff fixed. Start working on it this week. Every day I'm gonna spend an hour or two just working on some of this stuff. All I can do has not been easy. But back to Donald Trump, y'all, they voted for this mess. They voted for this fool. They voted for him. They voted for Trump. They voted for all this chaos and confusion. And every time I turn on the news, I see something about Trump. It's just shocking to me. What was that one? She was one of his. She was praying. I don't know if y'all saw that one. She's praying for the people who drowned in Texas, which could be a direct result of him cutting the weather. People who go out and get the weather information to get together to possibly to alert. You know, I've read so many different things. They're like, definitely it played a role in this, and them young, all them folks who died in Texas. So, but y'all voted for Trump. Yeah, Trump was supposed to save this country, and I don't know how he's saving the country with the foolish shit that he's doing. I don't see how that's possible. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. All I see is hate, chaos, and confusion that I knew he was going to do. It was just a matter of time that he was. I knew from day one he's not going to go in there and do anything that's going to benefit anybody in this country but himself and his wealthy friends. But he was going to go around here spreading a lot of hate. But I think that's what they voted for. I think people who voted for Trump wanted this chaos and confusion. I think they wanted it. They wanted the hate, they wanted the chaos, they wanted the confusion. I think that's what they asked for. That's what they were voting for. You got a lot of miserable, unhappy people who decided to vote for the chaos and they wanted to see this chaos and wanted to see this confusion that we see here in the United States right now. And y'all, we stuck in this. We only in July. That man took office in January. And look at all the craziness going on in this country. Excuse me. Gosh, I don't know why I'm still a little drowsy over here. Well, I hope you all are having a great summer, and I hope you had a great July 4th. And I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to go on vacation. I need to do something. I'm going to have to do something. Get the hell out of Atlanta for just a little while. I'm going to have to do something. But anyway, excuse me, is this a short little video? The fact that I'm making one is a good thing. I was trying to get it together. But y'all, if you go back and look at those videos I talked about the chaos and confusion that Trump was going to bring. And boy, did he bring the chaos. And Trump supporters, they hateful, ignorant asses. It just makes you just wonder what the hell's going on. But this is what the vast majority of the people who voted for Trump, this is what they voted for. And when you hear people say, oh, I didn't vote for this. Yeah, motherfucker. If you voted for Trump, this is what you voted for. Because he told y'all what he was going to do. He told you all exactly what he was going to do. And that's exactly what he's proceeding to do. That's what he is doing. All right, so I'm out of here. Today is Wednesday. This is July 9th. The year is 2025. I guess I got so much I need to do over here. I'm just, Lord, let me get some of this stuff done. Anyway, I'm out of here, and I'll speak to you all later. And enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm out.